I'm looking for a toy. You would know where I could find one, would you? Hey. Let's get you home. But not before I review the Equalizer 2.
They're tying up loose ends.
Exactly.
I was your partner for 7 years, Mac. It's a mistake to go to war with him.
It's go time.
They're going to war with me.
It's go time.
The Equalizer 2 is directed by Antoine Fuqua and it stars Denzel Washington and Pedro Pascal. Now, The Equalizer 2 is Denzel Washington's first ever sequel. That's very surprising. I was surprised too. That man is hella old and he's never done a sequel. And I'm sorry, Denzel, if you see this. I don't know why you'd see this. It'd be very weird for you to see this, but thank you for coming to my channel. Please subscribe. Please promote it on your Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or, I don't know, your Snapchat if you have one. Tell your friends. And yeah, sorry, it's just really weird that you would do a sequel this late. I don't know, maybe you should have gone for a streak. Maybe Equalizer is a bit of an anthology movie series, but this joke's gone on a bit too long. So the Equalizer 2, Denzel Washington still helping out randos. He's just going on the street and finding out that problem's like, sweet, you got a problem? I can fix it. He's like the violent version of a handyman, if I'm being like honest. He's like the community handyman, but you know, he'll use guns and power tools and hot tea to throw in people's faces and be like, yes. So yeah, you don't really get anyone from the old cast. He doesn't work at a hardware store anymore. He is not hanging out in a cafe and talking to Clovis Moretz anymore. He is, He is a Lyft driver. If no one knows what Lyft is, it's like Uber, but not Uber. It's like DD. Do you guys know about DD? This video is not sponsored by DD, but they've got a sale on 50% off if you have a card or whatnot. It's weird. Back to something more relevant. So he's, you know, helping people out, and then one of his friends gets kidnapped, murdered. He starts looking into it. He's looking for the guys who did this because he wants to kill them. And he ends up wandering into a giant conspiracy where people are after him and he's after them, and honestly, in the end, it's just super underwhelming. Because in the movie, you know, they're just like, in the trailers, in the posters, it sort of looks like, oh, sweet. Denzel's going to go up against like 20 dudes, like a real elite private task force of sorts. And in the movie, you're like, you know what? I just spoiled the ending, so we're going to cut out my entire rant. Watch the movie, ending incredibly underwhelming. That was my main point I was trying to make. Okay, what are the good things? Denzel Washington, good. Really, the acting from everyone is good. No one gives a bad performance. Everyone's good. Denzel Washington's pretty good. Everyone else is just good. Antoine Fuqua, he directs action really well. There's a couple of action sequences that are really great. I wish there was just more action in this sequel. It feels like it's a lot of Denzel Washington talking to people and going, oh, you've got a problem? I can fix it. I'm the neighborhood handyman. And you go around sort of listening to Denzel Washington talking to people trying to fix their problems. And that's great and all, because the movie really wouldn't have any sense of heart or something if it didn't have Denzel Washington helping people. He wouldn't have a motivation or a purpose of sorts. But you didn't need him to go around. He already has a motivation. His friend has been killed. You didn't need him to go talk to Sam the old man and talk about, oh, I, you know, survived concentration camps and talking about like, paintings and stuff. You didn't need that really in the movie. That was more like, it seemed like more filler before you could get to the actual plot where it started to pick up. And that's another complaint. It takes a while to pick up. You didn't need Denzel Washington talking to so many people. I think that the movie runs itself a little bit too long. You could have cut a couple of people out, I reckon. You didn't have to have him talking to 3 different people. You could have made it a lot more small, a lot more intimate. You didn't need to... You could have even brought back Chloe Grace Moretz for a scene or two. That would have been really nice to have some sense of continuity between the first Equalizer and the second Equalizer, and not just have, you know, Denzel's in one world, now he's in another world, and he has this problem, but he's still doing the same thing. And that's just, to me, that was a lot of, oh, it's like you don't even have to watch the first one to get it. Right. Now, I think I said this, but the action's really good. Antoine Fuqua, great job with the action. It's more just the story that I had a lot of problems with. The fact that it was like, you know, you might get a 2-minute action clip. It doesn't feel like they hid any action scene that wasn't in the trailer. It felt like they gave away a lot of the action in the trailer. Excuse me. And to me, that just made the movie overall super underwhelming and made me just sitting a lot of between these dialogue scenes going, can we get back to action? I thought we were going to watch some action. Because in the first Equalizer, there is some bad-ass like action scenes. And the movie kicks off with an action scene. And that action scene is really cool. The opening got me super interested in the movie. And then pretty much fell away in the next hour or so. Because it takes so long to build up to any plot. It feels like it takes 20 minutes doing subplots, fixing the little things. And then in the end, it's just like, no, these things aren't relevant to the larger story at all. It just shows, oh, he's an Uber driver, oh, he's helping his community. That's nice. It doesn't feel like they're doing anything incredibly groundbreaking or thoroughly interesting with the Equalizer. I mean, I had an okay time with it. It was not as good as the first Equalizer. And so, but, you know, performance is good, the action's well done. If there was more action, I would probably enjoy it more because it was so well done. By far best parts of the movie. So I will say that the Equalizer 2, Platypus does not approve. Have you seen the Equalizer 2? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe and comment on the Platypus. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Well done, you made it to the end of the video. Why don't you click on one of these 2 videos for more content, or subscribe, so just be reminded of when I upload. So, you know, subscribe. That'd be great.